So this ball da, that's what we want to work on today. It's okay playing na on its own and ge on its own, but when you're playing together, it's almost, I mean, you do two different things. You got to push the dilly into the canard, but you also let the dugger bounce off. So you don't want to trap the bass while you're playing da, because that's a common thing that happens. You need to get used to it. So your na is like this, but your ge, the dugger bounces off. Don't bend the wrist as well like this when you're playing your dugger. You got to keep that straight. Got to be firm. Okay. So you're not going to be like this. You're going to have it like that. And then all you need to do is drop the arm, and then find the position where the bend is. To find the middle of the bass skin. Yeah. If the bass skin's here, then I'm just going to adjust my arm as necessary. Yeah. So right now, that's where the middle of my bass is. And that's it. It's just a slight twist of the wrist. I've got these three fingers relaxed so that the dugger can bounce off quite easily. You know, I'm not twisting my wrist as much to get that same movement. Yeah. So push the dilly into the canard and let the dugger bounce off. So that's the trick here. Yeah. So pushing the dilly into the canard and letting the dugger bounce off. Yeah. So you don't want to go or let the dugger bounce off while you're playing the na. The diddly stays on the canard after you're finished, yeah? Da. So just kind of get used to playing da on its own. Like. Notice, when I've played my da, I keep the dilly on the canard until I need to play my next da. I'm not bringing the dilly in the air, resting, and then coming down from there. I'm starting from the canard. Because then it's just a flick of the wrist. That's all it is. Flick of the wrist from where my pivot point is, where my thumb is. That's where the diddly meets my hand. That stays there like that. So that's your pivot point. But you don't want to go there, then stop, then come down. Because you're making it harder for yourself. And then there's more chance of you missing the canard. If you're in position and you do a quick flick of the wrist, it's just one motion. You'll get more accuracy consistently. Okay? Let the dugger bounce off. So this is the bit that's a little bit tricky. So this is the part that's a little bit tricky when you let the dugger bounce off while you're pushing the dilly into the canard. Think of everything moving towards the opposite direction. Yeah. So your dugger bounces off towards the left. The dilly bounces off. Well, the dugger bounces off towards the left. You're pushing the dilly towards the left, so it's all going this way. If you're right-handed, it's the opposite way. So if you're left-handed, sorry, it's the opposite way. Okay, that's da. So when you get used to da, I'd suggest you just repeat that da until you get it. So when you're playing your jal, then you implement that into it. So jal 2 we're working on at the moment. There's no point playing fast and messy. You rather play slowly and nice and clean, and then you start to slowly build up the speed with the same clarity. Okay?